Hi everyone and welcome to our Just Love channel. In our last episode 58, we were talking about our soul. We wanted to share this beautiful timeless message from Maris. It is entitled The Precious Gem Encased in Rock.
Okay, I will begin by reading the message and Paula will replicate the message paragraph by paragraph in light language. In a nutshell, light language is an activation of love, light, peace and healing. It is both galactic and angelic. It's a weaving of light through sound and symbols. It's a new way of communicating, but it is both ancient and futuristic and still somewhat unfamiliar. So please enjoy. The precious gem encased in rock. The eternal soul which dwells within the clay of flesh is like a precious gem encased within a rock. The harshness of the surrounding environment will eventually wear away and destroy the rough, coarse outer layer of stone or clay. But this is of no concern, for it has no particular value. The precious gem will only become brighter and more polished, purified and cleansed by the abrasive action of the elements. The soul is like a diamond, the most precious of all the gemstones, and also the most indestructible. The harder it is rubbed and polished, the more shining and perfect it becomes.
Ustuli piko ino ia istola hoya. Distola kosto lutstobe io istola kotala, isto pisholo petala, istola konimala. Distola stamatela huijilo, wutilo tola, ino istola, daro talakara stolo kata, tatistolo pulial botolo itamalaka. Distola koti o la tapatilato nuestaka. Jishkula ingisto bolobeda oino ola kaltala. Dostolo hita hia, dostoli komatotasta, and dostolo toistalakta. Dostolo to idolo, dosto dolejele oya o kokolelatata.
The harshness and difficulties faced in living out lives on the physical plane are what is required by the soul to bring it to its full potential and to polish and purify it to diamond-like perfection. Do you remember back to the time when you were a child in school, how your teacher sometimes had to threaten you with dire consequences to make you learn your lessons? If your teacher had always been gentle and sweet, never enforcing any sort of discipline or punishment for unfinished homework or studies not done, it is doubtful that you would have bothered too much. You most likely would have spent all day amusing yourself by looking out the window and getting up to mischief. It was only by ominous warnings and threats of punishment that you were motivated enough to try a little harder to succeed.
Destrucisi contistolo tostini colo inamatasa tirere, istolo costolo to the chimere cotulacota, and testolo and testilecati to the tilapotelatanaho. Tilocoleco to the tutia, coneserato, distolo, huge to the manicoscalatanata. Dastaratico tolatos titala kosha, tidido coloctome oleta haistala, lustoro hunamata, it is tokoskala puritala mandola tamataha. It is the local to dust the lakoskata hata, oitoma astalataha. Istela wonderita and tosturu to turide, tolestola, ola, inidola to hoyalaka.
Your lives upon the physical plane are exactly the same. If every life was full of ease and happiness, only doing those things that you enjoy doing, only coming into contact with loving, compatible friends and family, and never having to face up to any difficulties, then you would never progress. You would sit back with your feet up, never being tried, nor strengthened, nor improved in any way. Unfortunately, it is a fact of life that mortals learn their greatest lessons from pain and sadness, from trials and tribulations.
Yutsustovatadakastra is sotoitamata. Istoletata, Butalata Hitala Hoikala, Dustulatutis, Delatuleta, Elitudu, Gulatalora, Duleta, or Dubelatata, and Dustokoskala Manalaka Sitisistere, Tushula, Morotata. Tuletosala, Quajatara, Tonido Betaloto, Steno, Dorinitala, Itala Takala. Iskalata, it is thought of the Vilata, the Dolesh, Medaloka, Menidala, Dustaloka, Inito, Unyamalata.
Each life you live, particularly the more difficult ones, refines and purifies you spiritually, just as a gemstone, uncut and in its rough, natural state, must be abraded and polished before it can reach a state of brilliant, shining perfection. Think of it this way. If that gem was not subjected to seemingly harsh, rough treatment, its true beauty and potential would never shine forth.
Istele topideta, distilis tomatitelekota, istola enitisi, tustilika, distilitola, decidi inolo, desteleta, rubisteleko, enistolo, de la patina, onitela, shilete, teletamata, discretionedo, idishisoba, doloctor, testeleka, ratarata, is a sutuidity, olola, uminala, litibi, oyala.
The state of perfection required to return to the highest energy frequency of source and oneness could not possibly be reached in just one lifetime. It is only through experiences gained over the span of many varied lives that you will be refined and purified enough to ascend to higher planes within the universal cycle. One lifetime on its own would hardly be enough to get even 1 foot on the very first rung of the ladder. Much time is needed and much patience must be mastered along the way.
Distiliste pedista chakarashka tiristility tostra horishi, quishitito malacco e molata. It is the sturitu lecosta di la volota inine polotola uminala, distiloco hitolosto lesa e colocota. Ushkarabata esto e kurama itala o pata ana oshkale e kalakta. Mustoleta la hitana enisto palata, istoa iala olola olamalata.
Thanks for listening, everyone. Sending you all our love, light and peace, and we look forward to connecting with you in our next episode. Bye for now.